Welcome to Bodie Ball, where we talk about all things BVI. I'm Bob Wall, and my co-host is Ty Atterbury. Today we're talking to Lawrence Wheatley, the owner and operator of the Anegada Reef Hotel and Resort.
All right, Lawrence. We've tried this a couple of times now, so this is our we're getting used to this podcast, and but we we appreciate you hanging with us and going through this a couple of times. But why don't you tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in Anegada?
First of all, thanks for having me, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Growing up in Anegada, was a little different than your typical childhood. I mean, Anegada is a small island out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the Caribbean, and it's pretty laid back.
Yeah, we feel really bad for it. Feel really bad for it.
Yeah, pretty laid back. Growing up, fishing and swimming and being carefree. There's not a whole lot to do in Anegada. Now, let alone back then. But I grew up in the tourist industry, meeting a lot of people over the years and stuff, and that's essentially what, made me fall in love with the whole, tourism industry, interacting with people over the years,
If I'm recalling the story correctly, a lot of it is around serving Anegada lobster and having people come in and a unique way of cooking it, and it's still cooked the same way today.
Yeah, my dad, had a knack for, creating things, and, he created these grills out of the oil drums and stuff like that, and, we still use them today to do the beach barbecue with the lobsters, and, it became a real hit, and, been doing it for over 40 years.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why we always come back to Anegada is to get the lobster. Tell us a little bit about the wood that you use, because there's something you got to be a unique type of wood that you use as well.
Yeah, it's a local brush. I mean, locally we call it torchwood, and it grows in abundance in Anegada, and it adds a certain flavor to the lobster, and it burns really hot, makes some nice hot coals, and that's what one of the legacies that my father passed on, and we've been carrying it on.
That's great. Now, last time we spoke, you talked a little bit about being a dinghy captain when you were a little kid, running around the island. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I used to. When my dad, made I don't know if you call it a mistake or not, but he bought me a dinghy for my 6th birthday, or for Christmas or something like that, and I used to, I was real adventurous and used to do a lot of fishing and stuff, so. They would wake up in the morning and I would be gone, for hours. And, they would have to send out the rescue teams to look for me sometime, and I would just be coming home with a boatload of fish, at 6, when I was 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. I would just, be going and exploring and stuff like that. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was like, if my kids ever pull any stunts like what I used to do when I was a kid, I'll probably go crazy.
Yeah, times have changed a little bit compared to when we were growing up.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys you do the lobster, and you have a fantastic restaurant and a nice beach bar there.
Yep.
And then what else do you guys have for people that come ashore off of charter boats at Anegada? Specifically, what do you guys offer?
We're pretty full service. We have from the Jeep rentals, we have the mini moke rentals, safari rentals. We have the taxi service. We sell ice. We'll take your trash from you. We're sort of like a island concierge service right there at the Anegada Reef Hotel. If we don't have it, we'll find somebody to help you out.
Oh, yeah.
We organize snorkeling trips, fishing trips. Whatever it is, we'll take care of you.
Yeah, and there's good sport fishing up there too, right? You can
Some of the best in the Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, so you can go fly fishing on the flats out there and catch a wide variety of fish. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can go bone fishing in the morning and go deep sea fishing in the afternoon to catch marlin or wahoo, mahi-mahi, tuna. You can do all that right here. Everything's literally 20 minutes from the dock.
Yep. And then you can get almost anywhere on that island in a car in what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops?
Pretty much, yeah.
Make the loop and go. I mean, go to the other side of the island and go snorkeling out there with some nurse sharks and stuff. I mean, it's a fantastic island.
It is. Yeah, it's definitely one of a kind.
Yeah, one of the things I would recommend anybody listening who's never been to Anegada, if you're planning out your trip, we usually try to spend at least 2 nights out there. It's there's enough to do, and because if you don't, you end up feel like you're cutting it short.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we always recommend at least two full days in Anegada. That you don't ever want to feel like you're rushed. Especially when you come to such a special place. So yeah, at least 2-3 days is always recommended.
Yeah, plus the sunsets are amazing. I mean,
Yep.
it's, pretty flat island. You can get epic
Yep.
sunset pictures out there.
Yeah, and we get real beautiful sunrises too. I mean, a lot of people don't get up that early, but there's those are actually some of my special moments is catching that sunrise. When I go out fishing early in the morning and I see that sun coming up, I always stop the boat and take a picture of the sunrise, because they're spectacular.
Next time we come out there, we'll have to cut off the rum a little bit earlier then so we can make the sunrise.
Yeah, yeah, man, definitely.
So what would you recommend if somebody was coming out to Anegada, what are the 3 or 4 things that you think are a must-see when you're on the island?
Well, I mean, coming ashore, I always recommend people, first thing you should do is stop at the Anegada Reef Beach Bar and grab a rum smoothie. That's our house special. That's a great way to start your journey. And then, you can either get a taxi or rent one of the mini mokes and go sightseeing around the island. I always recommend you should go, snorkeling off the beach over at La Blolly. That's something that, I always recommend for people to do. You can always, stop and check out the flamingos as well. We have flamingos in Anegada that, real beautiful. So it's one of the, the main sites. Also, it's sort of pretty new in the past few years is, taking a tour up to the conch shell island, which is up at the eastern end of Anegada, where the fishermen, have harvested the conch for many years and sort of made an island out of the shells. It's becoming sort of a new attraction on Anegada, and we have boats that can take you up there to experience that. And some of the captains, they do fresh conch ceviche in the boat and stuff, and it's another added great experience to the island of Anegada.
Yeah, you got to leave those shells there, though, don't you? You're not allowed to take those with you. So
Yeah.
I've heard.
Well, I mean, some people take them and some people get them back. Some people say they get taken from them at customs in St. Thomas or whatever. But but I mean, it's not illegal to take them, But getting them back home is a whole other story.
Yeah, there's some custom agent that's got a house full of conch shells. Or he's got a side business on the sidewalk selling them.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, one of our favorite things to do is obviously just sit there at the bar and enjoy the rum smoothies, and hang out with yourself and the locals there, and then obviously eat dinner. It's one of the highlights of our trip. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, we can't wait to get back down there. We know a lot of our listeners are anxious to get back down there, and with COVID that's happened this last year, a lot of people are just seem like are waiting. But it looks like things are beginning to pick up for you guys.
Slowly. Yeah, slowly but surely. I mean, we've seen a few extra boats in the past couple of weeks. It's gone up from about 10 boats now some days. So that's always a good sign. But hopefully soon enough the country will be reopened and we can get some decent traffic through here to sort of raise our hopes and our spirits a little bit. And we definitely have plenty of lobster and plenty of rum smoothies down here waiting, and plenty of beautiful sunsets. So we're definitely welcoming everybody to come on and hang out with us.
We're going to try to get down there as soon as they get this sorted. Yeah, as soon as they figure out what the entry requirements are and they lift this quarantine, we're hoping they do it soon. Everybody gets gets the vaccine, and then it opens up the borders and everything can kind of go back to normal. Hopefully, if there is a normal after this. But look, I think we're going to cut it right there, Lawrence. It's been a pleasure again doing this for the second time since I destroyed the first one, and I apologize. I appreciate you cooperating with us, buddy.
We'll do it until we get it right, man. I always love chatting with you guys, and I hope you get what you want.
Sounds good, Lawrence. Well, we really appreciate your time today, and if you're out there listening, make sure you stop by the Anegada Reef Hotel and grab yourself a rum smoothie.